Hello ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Huston OLY here. Today I'm going to be taking you through the kit that I wear to spend all day outside in the middle of winter shooting archery. Obviously, as a recurve archer, I have very specific needs. I'll just grab my jelly bow here. Very specific needs as to movement, functionality, and particularly, I don't know how you would describe it, the tightness to the body. I need to be able to have string clearance. I need to be able to get fully in line and have that string close to my chest and easily passing by my arms. So as part of that, I'm spending an awful lot of time outside. So I need many layers. I need insulation, but I need functional insulation. So my outsider kit is very simple. I layer up. On my trousers at the moment, on the outside layer, this pair, and my braces, by the way, very important thing, free the hips, particularly lift the trousers up outside the crotch, inside the crotch, so that you're able to move your legs through the full range. Braces, particularly when you're wearing multiple layers, allow them to be supported correctly so that you are able to move your legs and be the functional, strong human you were meant to be. Anyway, multiple layers of trousers. I've got one layer. Sometimes I wear tracksuit bottoms. At the moment, this is a pair of sort of semi-warm insulated golf kind of trousers. They're sporty material, able to be moved, and quite warm. The next pair is literally just a pair of kind of denim. They're not denim. That kind of dark blue slacks, I think the Americans might describe them. It's just a straight material, dark blue kind of felt, fairly stiff, so it's not necessarily sporty. It's just another layer of clothing. You'd be surprised how well you can stack up layers inside themselves. By the way, the silly glasses are intentional. They were given to me by the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, and they say I voted. They were given to me for voting in the International Olympic Committee's athlete commissioner, athlete representative, something along those lines. Anyway, fluffy layer, warm layer, stiff layer, and this is just layers that I have on at the moment. You know, I've got various different types of trousers. I love wearing my cords on the outside. Red corduroys, fantastic, properly good looking. And then on the outside, I have my Under Armour Golf waterproof trousers. I really recommend getting good waterproof trousers. You can get any, it doesn't really matter. A layer of waterproofness is better than no layer of waterproofness if you're outside for a long period of time. Good waterproofs will pay off what you pay for them over time. It is worth having them. It's worth investing the money in them. Recommendation from me, I love the Under Armour Storm series. They're fantastic. But anyway, there's loads of other makes. Good waterproof trousers, worth it. Particularly if you want to be as per restrictions at the moment, because as per restrictions at the moment, we can't be inside. So if you want to be outside more doing your archery all day long, waterproofs, many layers, fantastic. I like to wear the belt because it just gives them a bit more structure, a bit more solidity. I can attach things to it sometimes depending on what belt I've got on my quiver. I use that to attach. And sometimes I then attach the braces to the actual belt of the quiver, wearing it over the top there. Sorted. Top layer. I have many layers. I really like long sleeve stuff, and I've got some other options here that I'm going to go through with you to show how I really layer up if I'm going to be outside for a very long period of time. At the moment, I have this this Tech Fit kind of long sleeved sport thing, fairly tight. It doesn't really matter. Long sleeved and not baggy. Sporting one. Then I have this lovely green fleece from Primark. I think it cost me like £6. I've got a green one and a mustard yellow one. Really nice, look really good. Very warm and comfortable, cheap, fantastic layers. Long sleeves, jumpers, the way to go. I've got then a t-shirt, DFND, Defend London, DFND top. I really like their stuff because it's just nice patterns. On top, it doesn't matter what it is, just another layer, you know, your club t-shirt, sponsor top, whatever. So this is another option. This is just an Under Armour long sleeve thing, similar to this Tech Fit I showed you earlier, but a little bit more fleecy. It almost doesn't matter once you layer up. And like I used to really like wearing thermals, but as I've expanded and got bigger and taller over the years of training and loosening my tensegrity, the stuff that used to fit me doesn't anymore. I used to be a size 32 in the space of technically 4 days, but then over an extended period of time I've gone from a 32 to about a 36, 38 inch waist, and that's just from not wearing them on my hips with my stomach sucked in all the time because of thoracic kyphosis. On another note, this is another option, and these were taken off together, as you can see. This is the yellow one I was telling you about, with a long sleeve jumper. Now this is one I designed myself. I really like, I bought in Mexico City actually. Me and Tom Hall have identical jumpers because we bought them in Mexico City 2017 when before I got that tattoo for getting bronze in the mixed team with Naomi. I love this style of long sleeve jumper. They're comfortable, they're stylish while being plain, and then I've just drawn on it with some clothes colouring things. I'd love to get something else on there, you know. I think that would really suit. This is the AOK or David Weck. Fantastic way to arrange the distal extremities, and you can do loads of things with it. I really recommend you have a go at that. Anyway, another option, multiple layers. It doesn't really matter what it is, multiple layers. So, those are the main inner layers that I would have. I then quite like to have, if I'm going out running particularly, or for a long walk, I like this bright neon hoodie, PlayStation, IBM if you like. But anyway, PlayStation hoodie, doesn't really matter what the PlayStation is, but bought this in Primark because it's bright neon, and I like bright colours, as you can see by the rainbows. So, bright neon hoodie. And then the other option of both these hoodies are reasonably tight fitting arms. You can have hoodies with baggy arms, and like, that's fine, you know, particularly if you're not doing archery or if you're a compounder, because they don't need clearance the way we do. So this is a hoodie from Vivo Barefoot, and once again, it's a fairly snug fitting hoodie, and you can actually shoot with it. I recommend getting one of the circular arm bandages for recurve archery, particularly if you want to layer up really thick. But I find a good number of thin layers and you're fine. Take October the 5th when I won gold at the UK Masters. It was Storm Alex that weekend, and it was bucketing all day. And if you ask anyone there, I won gold. But if you ask anybody there, I didn't actually really wear waterproofs. A couple of times I put a jacket on. But mostly I didn't, because I had a couple of layers of thermals, a couple of layers of I think 3 more layers of long sleeves, my Hoyt top over the top of it, and that meant I basically, like a wetsuit, I insulated layers of water, and it kept me warm enough to shoot all day, as well as being functional. So I have all these layers underneath, then I have a hoodie, and I can shoot up to that. I can shoot up to that fine. I might want to be careful just that there's no wrinkles, and making sure that the sleeve is pulled that direction so that this side is smooth. But I can shoot in, you know, up to 4 or 5 layers of tight fitting stuff, and then a tight fitting hoodie on top. Reasonably tight fitting. It doesn't need to be like too small for you. It just needs to be snug. After that, if I'm going out on a long walk or spending a long time outside, I'll put on my regatta coat. This can be any kind of coat, but I like this just because it's puffy and because it's from my cadet force where I was CSM, head of the army section in it. So I'll put that on, and then over the top of it, if it's chucking it down, and anyway, my trousers are insulated, and I've got my Vivo Barefoots on my feet, so that anyway I can walk barefoot in the water, in the mud. I'm sure you've seen. Over the top of that, if I want to properly insulate so that I'm totally prepared to spend basically an infinite amount of time outside, I put on my barber jacket over the top of that. And at this point, I'm ready to stick on my rope, because I take my rope everywhere with me. At this point, I'm ready to stick on my rope, just over my shoulders like that. I bring it down and in front, either side, cross it over at the back, and then tuck it into the pockets. I'm wanting to add a bit of Velcro onto the ropes and a bit of Velcro onto the jacket so that fits in there. And that is me ready to go. And if I'm not wearing the jacket, the regatta doesn't have quite the same pocket, so I can't stick it in there. So what I do is I just tuck it either through there, where I often have some little clips tied on, just like that. So either through there, or even just tuck it into the belt, and that means that I can take my rope wherever, because I use it for loads of mobility stuff, doing isometric contractions with the coiling core, and I do obviously the rope flow all the time, because rope flow is the best way to spend your time. And anyway, then on top, in the final bit, now obviously you can have whatever kind of hat you like, but I like the flat cap. You know, it's a very, very British thing. Hashtag Team Flat Cap. Absolutely banging, and it's a class way to get in shape. Yeah, so there we have it. That's my outsider kit. Layer up, and then put a strong waterproof layer on the outside, and then you've got your ropes so that you can be a functional human capable of making every step stronger. And there we have it. Fantastic glasses with the rainbow stripes on them, because rainbows are life. And there you have it. Layer up, get outside, and enjoy some archery. 10 minutes. Boom.